What's up, everybody? Today we're doing a how-to video on how to clean, oil, and lubricate your spinning reels. You're going to get them ready to go for spring, which means bass fishing. So you want to have these ready for on the water. So we're going to get to it. I'll show you how to do it. Alright, as you can see, this one has not been cleaned yet at all. I have a lot to do yet, but this one, I'm going to start with this one. I have not cleaned this one at all yet. So first off, you're going to take the spool off. It's going to take a bunch of turns here. Okay, now that the spool's off, let's see that. Then you can see this shaft here. First off, what I'm going to do is take a Q-tip here, and I'm going to clean the inside of the spool. I know some guys use cleaning supplies and others, but right now I don't have it, and I know most people don't have stuff with them. So with that being said, we'll just use normal household cleaning supplies for this. Alright, now that that's cleaned, clean the inside of the spool. See, that's getting pretty dirty there. Alright, and you can obviously clean this up more if you want. You can use, a spray bottle, just clean it up, polish it up if you want, like that. But that's basically all you have to do. So we'll move on. Alright, now that that's done, I'll take this rag here and clean off the shaft, get the grease off of there, oils. Just basically do it the best you can. And again, you can clean this up as much as you want, but I'm just going to show you quickly. Alright. Then you're going to take some oil. Right here we just have some 3-in-1 motor oil. You can pretty much take almost all oils for this. Just double check when you do it, but this oil works just fine. Most oils will work. There's also special reel oils you can use too. Those are kind of expensive though, so all you're going to do is take one dab up here, another one down here, and then one on the bottom there. And then if I had a brush, or if this was cleaned off, I'm just going to use my finger, just kind of rub it down a little bit, make sure it's in there, use a little bit more. Yeah, that's enough there. Okay. Then engage the reel and let it lubricate itself. And then obviously when the spool is on, that'll lubricate itself too. Alright. And then you can also, back these screws up a little bit and put some oil in there. That's what we're going to do next. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to put some oil on here. That's a little too much, but it just came out. Just maybe 1 to 2, 3 dabs. That's a lot coming out, but. And then you want to put one here. Very, very carefully. Just going to rub that in. Alright. Now I'm just going to move the reel bail around a little bit, make sure the oil gets in there good. Tighten these up. Alright, now take the rag, clean off the excess oil. Doesn't matter if you need any oil on it. All it's gonna do is just be excess oil. It's not gonna harm it anyway. Just clean it up with a rag or anything, towel, whatever you got. Then going to keep moving the bale back and forth. Wow, that's a lot smoother already. And as you can see, the oil is going to seep out a little bit as you do that. Just keep drying it up. You might have to dry it up one more time after leaving it sit, but that's about it. And you'll be good to go for the whole season. I've never cleaned this whole reel in my life, so it's only like a 4 or 5 year old reel. It's pretty good. Hasn't really been damaged or in the water or anything like that, so it's pretty good yet. But you always want to be sure, especially with nicer reels. This one I'm not going to use particularly, but just showing you guys a quick how-to. Now that that's done, you can put the spool back on. Yeah, it's so much quieter. Does it easier now too. Awesome. Alright, now that that's all done, now we're going to take apart the gearbox a little bit. I'm going to open this up, clean anything that's dirty in there, and then we'll put some lubricant in there. You can use this Super Lube by Permatex. It's a really good multi-purpose lubricant, and you can use this just about any reel out there. Obviously, I always recommend looking a line, just making sure that it can work with your reel, whatever kind of metal it is and stuff like that. And there's also always special lubricants for reels, but this one will work just fine. Alright, I've removed this screw here, this screw here. Now I'm going to remove the bottom port here. Alright, this is the drain port. Then it's going to have another screw right in there. Take this one out too. Then you know, unscrew the handle on the other side right here. Just do that with your hand. Dirty. All right. Pretty dirty. Alright, once you've removed all the screws here under the drain port screw too, we remove the handle, and then you just have to take the spool off the reel here. You took the spool off, and now you just got to take this part off here. You're going to need a, I think, 10 millimeter socket. Whether that's you'd be best off with a deep well socket so it could fit right over. Otherwise, you can use a wrench or a short well socket, and then you just use a pliers. But in this case, we're going to use a deep well. All right, we got a deep well 10 millimeter socket here, and we're going to put this on here. And it's for reels. Tightening is left, goes to the left. So loosen this up here by going to the right. Take this off, you go. Should have taken this little retainer off here. Now that that's all off, take this last screw under here. You can see that right there. Some reels you don't have to take the spool off at all. Some you just take usually 1, 2, 3 screws and then the drain port screw. That's usually it, but in some cases they make it difficult. Always try to keep track of all your screws and where they go. If it helps taking pictures of each step. That helps a lot, I know. So, alright, now that we got this open, you can see. Seems pretty good in here. Just clean this up a little bit. Grease that bearing up. And also be mindful of how you take the gears out, especially. That is a big thing. So this step, this is where the Q-tips come in hand again. Just want to clean up all this grease here best you can. If you want to take out the gears, just be mindful, always be careful, remember what you're taking out and where it goes and how to put it back together. Always take pictures, that's a very good idea. You can see this is getting really dirty really quick.
Oh, yeah.
Right, now that that part's done, time to lubricate it. It's much easier using like a tool, so I usually use a flathead screwdriver. Just put a little bit out, not that much. Should be enough to lubricate everything. Just getting out all the gears carefully. Try not to scrape them, scratch them. Now turn this right here. Make sure that turns. Get us all the gears greased. There you go. See all that? Alright, now that that's done, it's time to get this thing put together and start fishing. Alright, put the handle back in. Screw this side back in. Tighten her up. Put the bail back on. You always want to make sure that the rounded outside of that gold nut is facing up, because if it's facing down, it won't secure it like it should. Tighten that good, hand tighten it. There you go. Alright, and then whatever screw hole it came out of, generally I just put them back exactly where it came from. Otherwise, I think they put it in there I'm not positive, but in case you tighten it and it's just not able to put the screw in that spot because of the angle of the nut. So here we go. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Right there, see? Now with this screw in here, this nut, it's supposed to keep the nut from moving. It's kind of like a locking mechanism. And I already oiled these up. Alright, putting that back on. Alright, final step. Put the spool back on. If I can find the hole. Alright. Tensioner back on. Flip the bail. There you go. Clean, lubricated, oiled, lubricated, and cleaned. Obviously you can clean your reels a lot better than I did, but this is just a quick demonstration of how to oil and lubricate your reel. And wow, it honestly spins and feels a lot better. And the bail, wow, a lot better, feels a lot better too. You could feel grit in there before, you could feel how it was slower, now it's a lot faster. And wow, it's good. So yeah, if you guys want to catch more videos like this, I will be posting them more on my YouTube channel. So yeah, leave a like, drop a comment on whatever other topics that you would like me to post or talk about on my YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate it. And please subscribe, I'd really appreciate that as well. You can check out my Instagram and my Facebook in my bio. Thanks for watching, guys.